Good morning once again, my daddy. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good morning.
I was saying that that I want to be a content creator, that I wanted to start a YouTube channel. So what did you feel about that?
Well, God gives us talents in different ways. So it's beautiful if one of my own decides to be part of what is the in thing at this moment. It's nice. Yeah. And I know somebody like you is prone to that kind of direction. So it's beautiful.
Content is like the thing that's trending. It's like the thing everybody's...
Yeah, everybody's in it
Okay.
now.
So, and they're like even older people like mommies and daddies. So if I say, okay, I'm going to teach you, or I'm going to show you how to become a content creator yourself, is that something you would want to do? Because...
Of course. I would like it.
Really?
Yeah, I like things that, especially things of this nature, where we can carry our messages very far through that method, because I see people carrying messages, very educative ones. Some other ones are morally inclined, and they are good. I like it.
Okay, so if you were to be a content creator, because I think I'm going to work on it, my dad is going to be a content creator, y'all. What angle, what place do you think you'd be facing?
Yeah, you see, there is this man that I love following, and that is about fighting against injustice. I love things of that nature. That's the more reason why I love following him. Anywhere something is happening that is not correct, you see him there and he says, no, stop it, don't do that. And make sure things are done right. So I love a situation where I want to see youths grow right.
Okay.
Yes.
So, talking about youths growing right, is that something you think we're lacking? What's the number one thing you think youths are lacking in this generation right now?
Yeah, in this generation, the youths lack maybe a good direction, a focus, as against yesteryears.
Okay.
When, for example, now, somebody might think, or a youth may think that what I'm doing is the best at this moment.
Yeah.
But the elder is looking at that thing, that this thing will not end up well. And the more we try to explain, the person will not understand what we're trying to talk about. So it's not until when something happens negatively before the person gets to understand, oh, this thing is true.
But I said experience is the best teacher.
The what?
Experience is the best teacher.
Yes, experience is the best teacher, but sometimes that experience, when you experience it, you may not live to tell the story. So how did that teach you?
Okay. So start working on the content creation thing, right?
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe if I come around next week, if we're going out, if we're taking Smalley for his birthday,
Yes.
I will show you how to record, just like the basic recording and stuff.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I think I like that.
Okay. Sometimes you ask someone that, how are you? They'll say, oh, I'm fine. Like that's the common response. Like,
yes,
oh, how are you?
Common
I'm
response.
fine. Yeah. But if I want to ask you now that, how are you?
On the common side, I'm fine.
Okay.
But really, I'm not fine. The reality, I'm not fine. Because I have so many things bothering my mind.
Okay.
And these things are things I'm just carrying. And the outside world is not seeing what is inside. So if I say I'm fine, I'm just fine. So we'll go away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you like to share like the biggest thing on your mind, or what the biggest thing that's like bothering you right now?
Yeah. One of those things that I'm undergoing right now is this issue of wanting to serve as a catechist. Yes. I look at this job as being called by God to do it. But the environment I find myself will not allow me to perform to the maximum.
So from this catechist situation, you have the option that for you to do this job that you really want to do, you have to leave your family.
Yeah, I have to detach from my family.
Okay.
It wouldn't have been a problem because that has happened in the past within the military.
Yeah.
They just take you everywhere. But now the job is done, and we're here. Both me and my wife and I are old now.
Yeah.
I just imagine how it will be for her doing things
alone.
all alone. You know, the loneliness is there and things like that. For me, I'm still very agile. You know, I can move around, I do things, I do sports. So I may not feel that loneliness like that. But she will need somebody to help her do this, do that, you know. All those things that I do that makes her relax will not be there anymore. So that is where the
You're
problem
now
comes.
having to choose, even at this age, between family and career. So how will you find the balance? Because at the end of the day, even if you stay with family, a part of you will not be very happy because
I'm not
career
doing what I'm
is a
supposed to do.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can't come and stay at home and be assisting and stuff. At the end of the day, especially not just maybe being a family man, being a man requires you doing what you love, being productive for the sake of a family.
Yeah.
Right? Because if there, for example, when you say you were in the military and you had to leave to, you know, you travel a lot, right? Like you were not always around.
At all.
Exactly. And then it's like men have to do whatever they need to do to provide for their families. At the end of the day, a woman would respect the man that is providing for the family more than the man that is.
Of course, yeah.
That's just how women are generally in nature.
Yeah, it happens that way.
Exactly.
But the difference here is now, it's not just maybe getting something for the family now.
Okay.
You know, it is both ways. Two things are happening. Trying to get something for the family, at the same time, trying to mold souls.
Okay.
And you know, it is very, very demanding.
So it's not just even a job, it's like
It's
a
not
calling
just a job, it's
that
a
you are very
calling.
passionate about.
Yes.
Because growing up, I remember you in church, you are very passionate about talking to young
Exactly.
people. You are always gathering young people. And now you want to give that up.
Yes, you see, because of the family. And that's the battle inside me here. So I think that the way I'm thinking about it,
Yeah.
I might just, put it to the family and say, please look at my situation. What is your advice?
You know, I think you already know what everyone would say. You know exactly what. Okay, let's guess. What do you think the children will say?
I know that the children may say, Daddy, do your work.
So you know the only person that will tell you to stay is your wife. So I don't think it's like, all the children will always support you to do what makes you happy. You know that will always like, yeah, Daddy, you have to do this if it makes you happy. Right? Because if you ask me right now, I'll tell you, please go do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel fulfilled. But then you know, so, but let me ask the question the other way. Since it's now between you and your wife, if mom had the same opportunity to travel somewhere to do her work, right? She's a nurse, right?
Yes.
If she had to go do her nursing duty somewhere, do you think she would travel or would she say, I'm going to stay because of you?
No, she will travel.
Ooh!
Yeah, that I know. I know.
Okay.
Yes, she'll be eager and happy to take that up.
So now that you have this new insight, or now that you're seeing it from this other angle, would this now affect your
I don't want
judgment
to
going forward?
make that judgment based on, I know that is who she is, but that is not who I am. There's this difference. But at the same time, you know, I've always loved the priesthood. And in as much as I don't have the calling for the priesthood, I have always loved to be as close to the priest as possible.
Yeah.
And that is why I've come to this level. And if I had the opportunity to even go beyond this level, I would have loved to do that. So, but for now, maybe I'm just praying about it and trying to look at what inspiration I will get. I may act on the inspiration, and I'll discuss with my spiritual director as well. Yes.
So would you consider starting a church or like a thing at least in your own environment? Like, because you know us young people, they say if opportunities are not given to you, you create your own opportunities to still do what you love to do. So
that can happen, but not in the Catholic Church. This is the Catholic Church.
It won't be like a proper church. It could just be like, you know, like gathering young people
the best
together.
that can happen is, you know, but I've tried to look at those opportunities. They don't seem to be available.
Yeah.
You know, back in Lagos and in those days, even in the barracks here,
Yeah.
you know, it was easy for me to say, okay, go around the families. I want all your children out
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
I create Block Rosary.
Yeah.
The Legion of Mary continue to promote it and things like that. But here now, I've made effort to try to bring about the Block Rosary. It doesn't seem to be
Doesn't
working
work,
here.
yeah.
The Legion of Mary were just struggling with it. That is the situation I find myself. So I think here the best way is maybe where they are already formed. I find myself there, then I try to make myself friendly with them and possibly and gain their attention.
To wrap up this first part, just talking about your career and then your family and just finding like a middle ground for it all, right? So if by chance you are going to leave or you'd be leaving the family to travel somewhere for work, what would you miss the most about this whole place, the whole family? What would you miss the most?
I'm trying to see, maybe when I discuss with the director, I will want a situation where at the same time, I don't want to see myself taking decision for God.
Yeah.
Because this is trying to do God's will. So back in the military, I always tell myself, I don't have to go and lobby to be posted to a particular place. No.
Yeah.
As it comes, that is how God wishes.
It, yeah.
So here now, since we're looking at the family, and here there's the opportunity given. You can choose. So but I don't really, in my mind, I don't really want to make a choice like this where I want to be. But at the same time, maybe when I discuss with the director, I will just say, okay, the Spirit directs him. Let him look around. Let him not be too far where I will be too far from the family.
Yeah.
So I can always come once in a while
to
give attention to one thing or the other in the family and go back to my station.
Okay. What do you miss the most? Because every day in the house, I still see you, I'm rugged, soldier this, soldier that, and I can just say, oh my God, that is still very much in the military spirit. That is still very much, you know. Did you wish you could have stayed a bit longer, at least till you were like 60?
No, actually I didn't want or never wished that it would be a long period when I would become useless before I leave. Okay. But as it is now, you know, with my full strength, everything, and some people look at me and they ask, are you sure you actually served in the military and for 35 years? I say, yeah, I did it. So that means you would have been very young when you joined the job. Yeah. So I love it the way it is.
Yeah. But what do you miss the most from being a soldier?
Yes, from being a soldier, what I miss most is the parade. You know?
Oh, okay.
That's one thing I love within the military, the parade. Okay. I love parade. Wherever I was opportune to perform, they will always ask, from which corps are you? I say, chaplain. They'll say, what? You're wasting this talent. This is not where you're supposed to be. But that's where God wanted me to be, and that's where I am. So, that is it.
Okay. So if you are going to rate your military experience over 10, how would you rate it?
Yeah, I think it would be an all 10 situation.
Okay. Yes. So the military from that time and the military now, do you think a lot has changed? Have you noticed?
So many has changed.
Okay.
So many have changed. Changed in the sense that, one, the discipline now is not like yesterday. For example, when I went to depot, once you have been admitted, every property you brought, you just march you from there to the store. Yeah. Or if you have somebody who can take everything back home, they take it back home for you because you never see it again until after 6 months when you would have graduated from training. But now, people carry personal properties. You know, parents can visit them now. You know, the thing has changed a lot. It was not like that then. So
do you think it's a good change or a bad change for them to be a bit more softer?
I think for me, being so soft is not really what I would have loved. I loved it the hard way.
Do you like this new generation you're experiencing?
Yeah, the new generation would have been something good, but discipline is so relaxing and it's not very okay. And morality is losing its value very fast. And that is not okay at all. Yeah.
Growing up, did you have phones or something? I don't know. What was it like? I'm curious. Like, what was it like?
See, well, I've seen these questions in so many places with different people. Yeah. Somebody asked a daddy, he said, in the 50s and all this era, there were no phones, all these things were not there. How were people doing it?
Yes.
He said, yeah, though those things were not there, but life seemed much better. You know, then we could write our letters to any part of the world and get the responses.
But it will not be immediate, like it's not right now.
No, the difference is that like now, you can write now and get the message.
Yes.
But you know that writing now is different from that yesterday. And today, many people don't know how to spell, putting the English in the right way. They don't even know it because they are used to shortcuts up and down.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference.
Okay.
So that time, these technologies were not there, but life was really good.
What's that thing that we missed that, you people had and we did not have?
That time, we're talking about love, peacefulness, and things like that. People did not experience the real love that time. And then children were considered everybody's children. Anywhere you found yourself and you did something wrong, the nearest person will discipline you, and put you right. And sometimes we'll be afraid to come and tell our parents that somebody spanked me the other way, because the moment you tell your parents, they will double it for you. So why did you go to misbehave the other side? I didn't say. Nobody will be going to ask, who beat my child? And that is the biggest wrong error of today.
But what do you now like the most about being in this new generation? What is it about this whole generation that you like?
Well, what I like now is the fastness of everything.
Okay.
Technology.
Yeah.
Yes, you can talk to somebody millions of miles away
right now
and get your response, and whatever you want can be done immediately.
Yeah.
It's good.
What do you think is the most dangerous thing happening right now?
I think morality. No more moral values, things like that, they are fast missing. And that is bad for this generation.
Okay.
We have all the technologies. The technologies are good, but many of them, the way we are following it, is bringing us backward.
Okay. Now let's bring it back to the family. What makes you happy?
One thing that gives me joy and happiness is like when I have all my children come together and they gather.
Yeah.
I feel happy. Seeing everybody now grown up like that.
Okay. So what is your biggest concern for this family that, first of all, it's what makes you happy. What concern do you have, regarding your family?
No, in a natural situation, every man who has brought up children want to see them fixed up here and there, good places, working or doing one or the other. And then we'll have that anxiety of seeing them get to settle down. If they have the vocation to marry or whatever vocation they are called to, see them in those vocations. Yeah. It gives somebody happiness and good.
When you give birth to children, they just grow up, then they decide their own path. Did you really consider, put those things in, or you just like, oh, I have certain expectations for them, and they should follow those expectations. Otherwise, I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Actually, because of my love for religion, I felt that all my children, as they are growing, they should be either priests or Reverend sisters.
Yeah.
That's what I really wanted to say. But as they grew up, and then I saw everybody making a different choice. And when I look at other families or other people whose children are maybe in the seminary or are priests, and then I'll ask myself, is there something missing, or is there something that maybe I didn't do well? The priesthood or religious life is God's calling. So maybe I'm not destined to have such.
So. At the same time, I think there are other ways we can still serve God outside of being.
Of course, surely.
Right.
I've convinced myself that it's not that you must be a priest or a sister before you serve God. From marriage, you can serve God. From whichever way, provided you serve God.
Okay.
That's all. It's okay.
There's so much freedom now, right? So what are you scared of? Okay, what if my child goes this way, or what if my child becomes like this or something?
Yeah, if I'm scared of something, maybe I should be looking at the issue of marrying and settling down. Because when somebody is carried away by, I want to have a career, I want to pursue my career, and then you are just bent on it. Yeah. And time does not wait for anybody. Time is passing. So, and in this part of the world, there is a stage that one will get to. People will not be looking at the woman again, because they will feel that this one is already old, time has passed. And anybody coming for you may just want to maybe have fun with you, and at the end, and that's all.
Okay.
And that's not okay.
So the idea of, oh, a woman is it like a societal thing, just trying to...
Yeah, I think it's a societal thing, and that is part of the culture that we have. A woman to at a certain stage, you know, people begin to look at you as not being responsible because you are not married. So, like in the military, if you have issue with the authority and they want to punish you, they will first find out, is that person married? So if he's married, so that's a responsible guy. The punishment will be less. But if he's not married, you know, if it's straight away because you are not responsible. They don't even know what is still keeping you while you are not married. Nobody wants to know. But for the fact that you are not married, it means you are not a serious-minded person.
What will you do if your son or your daughter comes out and say, Daddy, I'm gay?
Well, yes, by both the culture, by divine design, by everything, that is wrong.
Okay.
Very, very wrong. And I think such people, or such of my child, such my child, should not break that kind of news to me. Should allow me to die and go first, because I may not react maybe violently or anyway, but you know, that is something that will give me sadness.
Yeah. I have good news. None of your children are gay. I think the world has like really changed when it comes to making decisions, and there's just a lot of freedom, right? So
Yes.
what if...
Freedom.
Okay, go on.
All freedoms should be based on the divine design.
Okay.
Because basically, a human being is created to serve God.
Yeah.
So if somebody says, okay, because I have freedom, let me do as I like. You know, at the end of this life, there's life after this life.
Yeah.
So if people really believe that there's life after life, they'll be very mindful of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because no matter how much of the freedom you exercise,
have,
when you close your eyes, you're going to meet your Creator.
Yeah.
So will that freedom carry you to meet Him?
So what if your child comes and says, I don't think I'm going to get married ever?
Well, you know, when somebody has come of age, and we're talking about freedom, yeah, everybody has freedom to do things the way he or she wants to do it.
Okay.
But you know, before you come up with a decision, you really need to think about it, pray about it, discuss about it with your confidants. Can be your parents, can be anybody.
Yeah.
Somebody you think that yes, is matured enough to advise you. So, and then you, after everything, you sit down and weigh and look at it. Of course, it has responsibilities. It's based on these responsibilities that I'm talking about, you know, my career now. Just not leaving the family like that. So, if one of my children decides that I've sat, I've discussed, I've deliberated, and I've prayed, and I feel this is the way I want to live, so be it.
Would that not make you sad or like high blood pressure?
No.
Thinking...
I don't think so that it will bother me so much as to raise my blood pressure, because there is a grown-up human being who also has a right to take decisions.
Okay. Yeah. So that would lead me to my next question. Okay. What if your children, any of your children, maybe especially the women, be like, we don't want to have children, like I want to be child-free, right? Like, I don't want to have children. I love children, but I don't want to have children. How would you react to that news?
Well, it is like I said, when you are grown up, you can take your decisions. Okay. But you know, there are decisions based on the freedom we have and things like that we take. But tomorrow, maybe in your old age, you actually cry. Okay. Yes, because the end result, and it will be too late at that time to say, okay, I can make a U-turn. There will be no U-turn after that. There's a stage in life that you can't even move from here to there. Somebody needs to assist you. You don't have a child. Who will do it for you? But
if you, okay, but let's be honest, right? If you're using this same ideology, that means your own children would not have been around to do it for you if you did not have a grandchild.
No, not necessarily.
So let's imagine there's no grandchild, and then at the end of the day,
if there's no grandchild, life will actually be very difficult.
Okay.
Life will really, really be difficult when there's nobody around you.
You could still say, oh, let me get somebody from the village, let me get a small person, or let me get someone that I can train to go to school, and then they'll still act like my child. And
It is possible, but how many of those will actually live to your expectation?
I think even your children will disappoint you every now and then.
No, of course it is possible, but I would prefer to take a disappointment from my own child.
Would you say people have children for selfish reasons than just to, okay, when I'm older, my child can take care of me? Or do you see is that how?
No, it is a natural thing.
Okay.
That's how God has set it.
Children don't even stay at home, right? They need to hustle, they need to move around, they need to do things. There's some parents that, they're just alone. The children are probably abroad and everybody's trying to figure out their own life. And now that life is even harder than it used to be before. So how would you want to, right? Because I don't know, where would you strike the balance between children taking care of their parents and then children also trying to figure out their own life?
Yes, the life we have today is such that everybody must struggle to make things work out. Of course, it has not been an experience in this part of the country or the world before. These things are just coming out now, but in other countries, these things have existed. So the people are brought up in a way that they will know that my hands, my brain, everything must be put into use as I'm growing. But we have always lived that life of liberty, community. Yeah, take, you don't have, I didn't see. We have been very supportive like that. But we are now trying to get to that realization that you will exist on your own. You see. So, if my children have to find themselves in that way, though they are brought up in a way that, okay, I should always know that my parents are there. That's our African setting. So we must not totally forget our culture. Will come from, because it's a culture that will keep drawing us back. My daddy is there, my mom is there. And so wherever you are, you must be concerned. You must find a way to make life easy for them.
Sure. So for young people watching and for your children as well that will also watch this video, if you were to give them one advice, what would it be?
Yeah, we're told, or naturally, I think I want a situation where parents should be good leaders and good friends of their children. Because that is one thing that will maintain the attachment of parents and children. My motto always to everybody and to my children, do as I do, do as I say. Together we shall march to heaven.
Thank you very much. One last one before we wrap up. Starting from finance, based off your past, your present, and your future, what financial advice would you have for young people or people out there generally?
Yes, on the financial side, I think it is a very good thing if from the beginning, as children are coming up, parents should begin to train them on how to handle finances. I didn't have that, and the way I was brought up and the way I looked at that issue today, I have suffered it so much up to my old age, and so I think that we should train children how to handle money. If that is done, their future, their tomorrow will be a perfect one. They will not have issue with finance. On a scale of 10, 1 to 10, like is it 10 over 10, 1 over 10, 2 over 10, like how would you rate your marriage overall? Well, I think for the marriage issue, it's for my admirers or other people to rate it. Yes. In my own little way, I just think I'm doing my best. And then my children are in the better position, in the best position to rate it. Yes.
So what advice do you have for, one, your children, and then two, our viewers regarding marriage? Because you've given us for finance, so for marriage.
Marriage is a very beautiful thing. And God, an institution that God has created and is so wonderful. So for me as a person, and for me to be able to arrive at this moment is because I've tried to look at marriage and steer it based on the fact that I'm like a driver under a steering wheel, carrying passengers with me.
Okay.
So the way I drive this train will either save or destroy us. Yes. So if a man knows that this is kind of job, you know when to speed, you know when to slow down, you know when to stop automatically, you know when to turn about, you know that is when to reverse, then you know once you can look ahead and see the road and make your driving perfect, you can always move your passengers to safety. That means whatever that is happening in the marriage, it is you, the man, who has the duty to either make it work or not work. So for marriage to work in conjunction with God, then the man has the duty of making things work. And by his grace, we've steered it for 37 years.
Woo! Congratulations.
And we're still counting.
Congratulations. Congratulations, sir.
Yes.
I think I have to wrap this up here. I want to say thank you for having this conversation with me. And I'm super grateful. And hopefully we are making you proud as your children, because it's very hard for us out here as well. And we're all trying generally.
It's not easy, I know.
Yeah. But we're going to keep trying, and we hope we have not been disappointing you.
No, of course not.
Right, by the grace of God, I believe everything will turn out well. Right? So what is your number one wish for your children? Just say a little prayer for your children. What would that prayer be?
I love you all very much. I'm so proud of you all. And my prayer is that you reach, each one of you, to the peak of the vocation to which God has called you.
Okay.
And I pray that God will open each and every one of your eyes to see where you actually belong.
Amen.
And He provide that means and all the destiny helpers along the road.
Amen.
So that all of you will achieve what you are created to achieve in this life.
Amen.
The greater glory of God, for your own good and the good of society.
Amen.
Christ our Lord.
Amen. Thank you, my daddy. Thank you.
So much.
Can I get a hug?
All right.
I love you.
I love
Thank
you
you, daddy.
very much.